Most of us can point to a time or an event in our lives that forever changed us. Sometimes it happens later in life. For Gina Springhower, it happened just as she was starting hers.
I ran my own tumbling business. I was doing well in college. Both college and tumbling were successful. My life was perfect.
She was 21, a junior at Wayne State. She had her sights set on great things when a decision to get into a friend's car would change everything.
Because I just had that gut feeling that something was wrong, something was going to happen. So we ended up jumping a curb and we hit a light pole, cut the light pole in half, and the car spins around and it jumps another curb and hits a cement-filled fence post.
The car flipped several times. Gina rolled with it before being tossed out onto the gravel.
They say when I went through the window, I kind of went through, like, my butt came out first, so I bent in half, and that's actually when my back broke.
The fact Gina survived without so much as a scrape on her head is nothing short of a miracle. The injury she suffered from the waist down would prove to be her greatest challenge.
That I just went from a 21-year-old independent, successful student, business owner to a 21-year-old infant in seconds.
But as you're about to learn, roadblocks don't exist in Gina's world.
I've always kind of been that kind of person where whatever life gives you, roll with it.
And so she did. With the help of her team from CHI Health, the Manual Rehabilitation Center, Gina set out to rebuild her life, one painstaking step at a time.
And I told my therapist, I need to get back to being able to teach tumbling. And they didn't even know what that was. They were like, what's tumbling? So I told them, and as soon as they found out, okay, this is what we need to do to get that goal. They were on my same page the whole time. They were never telling me this wasn't going to happen. They never let me lose hope.
And she didn't. Gina spent 9 months in therapy before adjusting to her new normal. She finished college and went back to teaching tumbling. But there was still something missing, something she dared to dream about: love.
I'll never forget what she told me. It was a few years after the accident. She says, "Dad, you think anybody will ever love me?" I said, "They will, sweetheart." I said, "We're just filtering through a lot of things right now. Someone will find you. Someone will love you for what you are."
And then came John, the guy with the big smile, who only noticed hers.
She makes me feel like I'm 6 years old again. You know, she kind of brings out the little kid in me.
The two became one September 13th, 2014. Friends and family had no idea the bride, who spent the last 6 years in a wheelchair, would walk down the aisle with the help of specially designed braces.
Our concentration was so focused that day.
The man who never left her side.
It was full of joy. It was like I was floating with her.
And her team at CHI Health.
It all started right here at CHI with all the work, all the practicing, all the therapists, all the positive reinforcing, all the extra help. Everyone went the extra mile to help us out here. The true meaning of helping one another is what we got here from day one.
Gina got that day every bride dreams of, and more. The dress, the flowers, the walk with Dad and all its struggles, and the groom who sees past the wheelchair to the girl who lights up a room.
John's not just getting a wife that can do all sorts of things. He's getting a wife in a wheelchair that does things differently and needs his help more often than not. And to have somebody that's totally okay with that and accepts me, that's a feeling I never thought I was going to have when I was little. I just always kind of thought, I'm going to have somebody that loves me a whole bunch. Now I have somebody that loves me a whole bunch, and I'm sure of it.
For CHI Health, I'm Mary Williams.